All right, guys. Welcome to the fifth episode of the Young Podcast. As you can see, Ronnie, I don't know where he is. He got abducted by some aliens or something. I don't know, man. But, oh, I forgot. It's August. It's August, right? August 31st, 2019. We got our first ever guest on the Young Podcast. Young Kashmere, xKashmere, I should say. I got 20 different names for you. Not really, but Young Money, if you will. What I know her as. How you doing today?
Good.
Good. Great to hear you. Great to have you. Thank you for coming on. We really appreciate that. Ronnie as well, Cryo HP. I said he couldn't be here, unfortunately, but that's all right. It's cool.
I'm excited.
Thank you. So yeah, we got a little bit to talk about today. So let's jump right into it. So Young Money, if you guys don't know her, Kashmere, sorry, let me call you Kashmere at least for the podcast.
So people don't get confused. Cash, because I feel like Kashmere is long too.
Oh, no, Kashmere's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're.
I say Young Money. I say that's longer than Kashmere.
Honestly, some people have trouble saying my name, really? And I don't know why.
Do I say it wrong?
No, but I don't know. I feel like it seems like a struggle for people, so I'm just like, oh, just say Cash.
As a Nigerian, I understand your pain. I understand. So yeah, for people that don't know Kashmere, used to be Twitch streamer here. I don't know, are you still doing anything at least with videos in the gaming realm? What's up?
So I've kind of been a little, what's the word, out of the gaming side of it. I do still play video games, of course, but I haven't been making content very recently. My plan was to just switch to YouTube, but things come up, and honestly, I was enjoying my life after I left Twitch.
Living life. Okay.
And I was like, damn, this feels nice. And I remember the next week after that, I was trying to make videos, and I was like, man, I kind of just want to chill, so that's kind of it. I have a YouTube channel, maybe for future content, but for the most part, I'm just kind of relaxing from it all right now.
I feel it. Yeah, I know streaming. It's crazy because from the outside looking in, I know we talked about it a little bit before. Outside looking in, I saw you you started. You kind of blown up is a strong word, right? But normally when people first start up a stream, they get one viewer, which is themselves, for the next 5 years. and you actually had a cool little community that was always watching your video or your streams and stuff. You played with them, and so it's kind of, to me, outside looking in, without knowing, I know we talked, but without knowing what was going on for you, it's crazy. You were doing well, and so just you stopped.
What's crazy too is I grew faster when I didn't have a webcam. And looking back, I'm like, dang, did I is that what happened? Getting a webcam kind of effed it up for me. I'm not sure why. I think in a weird way, in an honest way, gives people more reason to judge you, if that makes sense. So I feel like maybe I should have just stuck with the webcam, but I was growing at a good pace.
Yeah.
But it was at the same time too, I was playing different games. So I was dabbling in different communities. And it was just I couldn't get just a regular I did have regulars, but a lot of it was just from just random games.
Gotcha.
People would come back if I was playing a certain game.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how it works. People, they have their main game they like watching, and then if the person they like to watch isn't playing that game they like to watch, they kind of find someone else. I know, well, again, outside looking in, it felt like Halo was your main thing, and a lot of people were coming to see you play Halo. They would play Halo with you, and I've seen the grind, the improvement for you too, even just watching that. I know that might be, well, I don't know, it's I could see how adding the webcam, well, actually I don't really know the psychology of it, if you will, but adding the webcam, not having it, what's better, what's worse? Because normally when people add the webcam, that's a huge thing, right? they hit a
Yeah.
milestone. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
guys, we do this. We're gonna get a webcam stream. Like, what webcam? And everyone loves that. So
Yeah. I don't know if it was maybe just the coincidence, like the timing, like because it was weird. Well, my first webcam too wasn't that great quality. It was a freaking like a Connect that Jamie let me have. But I was just like, dang, is it the quality? Like maybe people don't want to look at the kind of like grainy quality. But and then also it came around the time where I was doing a schedule change.
uh,
So I feel like that could have been it also.
that's a huge
But
thing.
yeah, like not necessarily my followers dropped, but definitely I wasn't seeing the same people anymore. So it could have just been the schedule change, but
Yeah, I know schedule. That's a huge thing. Like
it
people,
is.
I know a huge League of Legends streamer. I'm a cutie pie. But he used to live in, I think, New York at the time. Would always stream like 7 a.m. to 7 or 8 a.m. to like, I don't know, 2, 3 in the afternoon. And like he had like a good portion. Like that's a great time because he gets, people in the mornings in America, Eastern Standard Time, or even Pacific. And then he gets like
Yeah.
the EU crowd, coming off of work, or soon to come
Yeah.
off work. And that was a good thing. But then he moved to LA. He's still streaming the 8 a.m. to whatever, but
Hmm.
that's Pacific time, so that's 3 hours later. And I know his viewers kind of dropped off pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's a good point. And two, when so I only streamed for a total of a year
Mm.
from summer 2018, and then I quit summer 2019. But during that summer, I had just left my job, and that's pretty much what made me go into streaming. And I was that person, like I would get up and stream 8 in the morning and get off at like 4 p.m. sometimes. And then not only that, I would stream again at nighttime. I would get on at
Mm.
like 8 p.m. and then not get off till like 1 or 2 in the morning. So my whole life
Yeah.
was just streaming. So pretty much like hitting all of those like time zones probably did help with
Yeah,
that
with the growth. Because
growth.
I don't know if you actually had like a quote unquote viral thing, like a video. I don't know if you posted on Reddit regularly or YouTube.
Hmm.
But I know you reached like 300 followers like pretty quick. And because the only reason I hit it was because I had like my play on Overwatch or whatever, and I got like top of the
Yeah, I remember
subreddit
that.
on Overwatch.
Mhm.
Even I think it made to all, but I don't matter. So yeah, like I grew from that, but I couldn't capitalize because other reasons. But we don't need to get into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you
If
were growing fast.
yeah, if I look back now though too, I had like other streamers that were nice enough to host me.
uh,
And whether or not that was for their own benefit, I don't know because there was one guy that so Jamie's my boyfriend for anyone that doesn't know. So Jamie had reminded me of this one time when I had first started streaming that there's this one streamer who was like, I think I had like just like changed my settings on Twitch and it wasn't hosting him anymore. And he messaged me and was like, yo, why aren't you hosting me anymore? And I was just like, what is this? Like, what? Like, what kind of I I remember now when he reminded me, like, damn, that was kind of effed up, like, oh,
Yeah.
you're just being my friend to
Trying
get
to
the
exactly. And
yeah, and our channels were the same size,
oh, they
but I
were.
ended up passing him, and I think that's when he got like, I guess a little upset and was just
Gotcha.
like, why'd you stop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely jealous type. Like people don't
Yeah.
like seeing other people grow. It's crazy. Like they want it for
No.
themselves and they can't have it for others.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. There's this good quote that I love, and it's like, people want to see you do better, but not better than them.
yeah, exactly.
And I'm
You
just
can
like,
do
damn.
good, but like, stay right here. Don't
Yeah,
don't come up. All right.
exactly. It's
So
human nature, but it's just like, ugh.
yeah, uh, we're ugly
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Humans. Damn humans.
Damn humans. So when you were streaming, was there anything that you gravitated to, or was there anything that you liked about it? Like, were there any positives to the streaming, or did you feel like there was just nothing you really
Yeah.
cared about?
I mostly liked hearing people's stories. So for reference, I want to be a counselor, right? And the
Mhm.
reason is I love hearing people's stories. just like what they've been through.
Yeah.
And like in a weird sadistic way, I love hearing about trauma. So like sometimes if I get really lucky, there are times where someone would like really open up about what they're going through, and I'm like, dang, like that's so cool, like let's talk about that, you know. And those were the times that I remember I had the most fun streaming. Like also when people were just like being positive, you know. And when you have like a chat going that's not like overly chatty,
True.
it's just enough for them to like respect that you're in the middle of a game, but also yeah, those were probably the times where I like ended stream and I was like, damn, that was fun, I really love that. And getting like good plays, you know.
Of course.
That's more the game.
Right. Getting hyphy and then the chat like also popping off too.
Yes.
That gets me going.
Yeah. Those are the best times. Or just like funny moments, you know?
Yeah. And everyone's
and it's funny because like getting those when you're in the middle of funny moments, you don't really know that they're funny at the time. But like someone clips it or they'll like re-quote it to you and you're like, damn, that was actually funny.
That actually was pretty pod. Yeah, I know that's one thing for sure. That's the reason I even started streaming, was that I just wanted that chat interaction, you know. Like, you know, when you go to your friend's house and you got your boy on the couch or whatever, and you know, you just talking shit, like playing a game, laughing, having a good time. And that's what I like with Twitch. You know, you have chat and they're like, you know, just on the couch with you, they're your buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun. That's a great experience. So yeah, so what ended up being, I don't know if we really touched on it, but what ended up being the reason that you were like, all right, we're having these moments, we're getting to hear other people's stories, we're, you know, having fun with chat, we're popping off, blah blah blah. What ended up being like, all right, this is actually not what I want to do right now, and then to make you actually just stop streaming?
Yeah, well, I think around like the last month of my streaming, I had started getting like just really unhappy with it. Like I wasn't excited to get on. And to that pressure, like you're saying, schedule is important, that pressure to keep a schedule, it was almost like bogging me down. Like I love gaming, I love just getting on when I want to get on, but I like had a set schedule, and I wasn't feeling good that day, I was like, I have to stream, that's my schedule, you know. You just like in a normal job, you just have to go in. That's what it kind of felt like. And it just felt really forced. And then on top of that, I wasn't happy like streaming to the people I was streaming to. Like my regulars ended up being like just kind of like this whole like disrespect thing. It's like you get so close to these people that there's like a lack of boundaries. Like in a way, like we don't even know what these people look like a lot of the time.
True.
Like we know nothing about them, but they know so much about us, right? Because they're hearing our life and like all our day. Like we'll just randomly talk about our day in the middle of the stream. So I feel like a lot of the times they felt we were like best friends, and I just had no idea who they were. You know, it's just like it's like such a strange dynamic. But yeah, it was just like this just weird dynamic of like too close / also disrespectful, and I just like wasn't feeling it anymore. I was like, what have I created? I honestly felt like I created a monster. I was like, what did I say or do to make people feel like it was okay to like talk to me that way? Yeah, like,
and it's not even on like some disrespectful thing, like you feel like you're above them or anything, right? It's just like, it's just weird. We're not close. Like it's as weird as it feels to say, right? Because like these some of the people that come to your stream like every day, right? You talk to them like almost every day that you're streaming, and so I mean you recognize the name, right? But they know you, like you said, you see them every day, so it's like, but you don't know them really, right? They can only tell you so much. You don't see them face to face, like you said, and it's just like we're not close. As hard as that is to say, sometimes like we don't know each other, you know. You just you see me play games, not like you're fake or anything, but you know when you're streaming, you're kind of like on streamer kind of mode, and you're not really, I mean, I don't want to say, because I feel like I'm the same way when I don't stream versus, I mean, I may be less talkative, but I feel like I'm the exact same way when I'm streaming versus not. But it is a little different, right? Not to the point where it's like fake, but you're a little
Yeah.
different. So you're like, you don't really know me, you know? And it's
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I could hear that. Like I don't know. I know. What was your worst? Well, if you don't gotta talk about it if you don't want to, but what was like the worst experience you had, like with them just being too like personal or just being disrespectful?
Man, so most of it, a lot of it happened on like my Discord.
Ah.
And that's another thing too, like I regret like giving my Snapchat or any way to get more personal than what
Mm-hmm.
Twitch was. That's something that if I were to pick up streaming again, I would definitely change. But um yeah, like for example, I'm just gonna throw this out here. No names.
No names. No
But
names.
one time, okay, so
Just a T.
some of my regulars liked anime.
Mm-hmm.
And one time there is this, like someone had shared like an NSFW picture of one girl who like basically had her like legs spread. And one of my followers was like, oh, that's Cash when she like drinks too much, or like if she's had too much to drink.
What the fuck?
And like just really like gross comments like
Yeah.
that. And like the crazy part is I know this guy enough to know that he's joking,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Still.
in my head I'm like, what have I done to make you think that that would be okay to say, you know?
Yeah, that's why out of
So
pocket.
that really started messing with my head. Like I've like accepted these people into my community and I don't
Exactly.
even really like them. And they were my regulars, you know, and they
Yeah.
would just play along with it and think it's
Wow.
funny. And it just like made me so upset.
Oh dang. Your mic is muted? Oh dang. You're good now.
Oh, is it lagging?
I might have been, yeah, just for a second. But
I may
you
need
should be good now.
to. Okay. But yeah, I was pretty much at that point I just had it. And it was maybe like a week or two later. Cause I mean that was one of like many comments that I had just like sort of brushed to the side.
Mm-hmm.
But it sort of kind of built up. And then maybe like a week or two later after that one, I was like, I'm done, you know, I'm done with that. So yeah.
Oh, I feel you. It's yeah, like that's just disgusting. Like honestly, there's not much you say about that.
Yeah.
Like I said, you brought people into your community, you feel like they're nice, and that's even worse to me. Like, cause I know I've had to drive by, you know, N-word, random account just comes in here and you know just like you're a blank. And I'm like, okay, cool, fuck off, kid, and you know you ban them and you go on your way. But you know, regulars, people you talk to on like again like the daily type thing, and they feel like they could just come at you like that.
Yeah. And that's again like that weird dynamic of, oh, they must think we're really that close, and you know, and like people wanting to take trips, you know, to see you and stuff. But it's like, wait, like I'm like, am I that friendly? Like that I've made people think that they can like stay at my house and shit? Like,
wow.
It's just like
they were
weird.
expecting like room and board from you.
Yes. It's just like, what the or like Kashmere, I'm driving by Texas, like let me know when I can come see you, or let me it's just like, what have I done? I honestly am telling you, I felt like I created a monster. I was just like, get me out of here.
Yeah. Well, I can honestly say I've never had that experience. Like I've had my actual friends, people I might have met them on stream, but I actually came like, you know, close with them, talk to all the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, next time you're in North Carolina, you know, come say hey to your boy, you know, type. But not just people I don't actually talk to like that. And it's like, it's not like I only know them on Discord, right? And like, that's oh nah. Yeah, you're not staying at my house, fam.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird. Honestly, I don't know. Oh yeah, let's not get on to that. I'm just thinking, like, is this like because you're a woman that they feel like they could say that? Because I don't know if I've heard like male streamers ever have to like deal with something like that, or hear something like that. Someone like, yeah, dog, let me stay over, let me spend the night. Unless like it's like a joking manner, right? Like, man, I know you rich. Like some of the ninja, like, hey man, I know you got room in that gaming closet over there. Let me set up my PC. But not on some like, hey ninja, I'm in Chicago, dog. Let me say hey to
I have seen actually like some cases. I mean, I haven't like gone and looked for it,
Yeah.
but I remember watching on YouTube of some guy who's like fans would knock on his door, and he actually like created all these vlogs with him anyway. But
Gotta get
it's
that
just
content.
weird, like, yeah, for real.
But that's
Basically,
weird. Now I have seen that, like, people just show up and be like, hey, like, how do you know where I live?
yeah.
Because people will, like, especially we got unique names, right? And so it's real. Let me not. We're not hard to find, unfortunately, just because you suit easy, yada yada, and so it's. I don't want to say too much because then people just be like, oh yeah, you got a weird name, and start figuring stuff out. But like, we're not hard to find, and it's real creepy that people could, if they really wanted to, they could really just F your life up. And,
it's true. Or like if you tell them what college you go to, what you're majoring in,
so
that stuff is easy to find.
Yeah, I was really, so when I first started streaming, I would tell people I go to ECU, but I was really like careful not to mention like where I live. Well, I was really excited I got my apartment. I want to talk about my apartment, but I was like, actually, let me not say too much, because if I say enough, like my apartment complex is like really identifiable in that area. It's not that many that are like it. And then also the dorms, that's stupid easy, right? You say what residence, I'm like, I live in Tyler Hall, dog. They're like, oh, Tyler Hall, easy find, dog.
They're like, I went there. I graduated from there. They'll know exactly what you're talking
find my
about.
exact room number.
You just have to have that like one person who maybe like grew up in your town to expose you, basically. Especially with like famous streamers or YouTubers.
Yeah, so it just takes I feel for them. I know like Dr. Lupo, he talks about people still try to come up to his old house, and like the neighbor or the people that live there now has to like deal with that. So every once in a while you'll see him too, like, hey guys, I do not live in my old house anymore, stop harassing these people, like that, because they'll just show up. And oh boy, I don't know what I would do. Like if someone were to just pop up to my house, I don't know, I'd go crazy, I'd go nuts, I think, because like that's my house, especially now. I got my brother and sister here, my mom, and
dude, yes, that's
no.
And then like imagine asking who they are and they give you their gamer tag.
Yeah. Like, who was this? Oh, this is XXX Sniper 19669. Like, what?
Oh god.
What's your mama name you though? Like, oh, my name's Dave. What do you mean?
That would be crazy.
Like, you just made a great point. People don't know you. They know you as xKashmere. Like, you know them as, I don't know, like I said, the old gamer tag, right? Like, and they're like, yeah, let me spend the night. Well, what?
Yeah, and it's funny too. You know how people's like usernames are a certain font color on Twitch? If it changes, I'm like, I don't even recognize them.
Yep. I'm like, who are you, duh? You're supposed to be cyan. You're supposed to be magenta, and you're hot pink. Like, stop changing.
I'm like, what the hell?
I'm like, who's this again?
Yeah, we literally have dwindled them down to the colors and letters.
Like, some letters. You don't even read the whole game tag. You just know it's like, oh yeah, it's this first because they got this color. Yo, what's up? So this just wow. So that's a huge thing, from streaming to no longer streaming. Huge decision, all within a year. Let me not say massive. I don't want, people will be mad, but really rapid growth, and then just learning that the community that you thought you fostered, like in good faith, just kind of were some yada yadas.
Yeah.
And we don't.
And I also wanted to mention too, other streamers, like just that, like giving off that like sellout vibe. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like
I just wasn't feeling that.
They'll be in your chat, be like, yo, Cash, you're streaming nice, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna go head out. I'm gonna go stream real quick. Don't worry. And then we can and we're like, oh yeah, you gonna go stream? That's nice, dog. Like that actually, I think that cheeses every streamer. The whole drive, like, yeah, man, I'm about to stream in the next like 3 minutes. Don't worry, I'll talk to you later.
Letting your whole chat
letting
know.
The whole chat know that. Okay. Oh, you want them to come with you? Here, don't worry. I'll get off just so you could stream, dog. Let me host you real. Like on some weird just like, all right, I used to, I mean, your man knows, Jamie. He used to be in a clan UEG, and like I never mess with any of the other people. Like I stuck with myself. I stayed by myself. I was like, yeah, y'all do all your drama, yada yada together. I'm gonna take care of me and my community. I'm kind of the same way on Twitch. Like I don't really know other Twitch streamers except my boy Rangers. Shout out him. But and it's weird.
Shout out.
And he's actually a decent size like streamer too. I hope I don't bother him. You know, I never asked for like host or anything, and you know, I just come like because I come to chat a lot and I talk there. Like it's real chill over there, and it's funny because you know they're EU, so they're toxic, but you know in their own way. Like so it's fun just being over there and kind of letting your hair down because you don't got to stick with like American kind of standards. And so like he's real cool people, and I never felt like he disrespected me. I hope I've never disrespected him in any way. So I felt like that's actually like a cool little friendship I've had, at least with Twitch. But other than that, really not made any other friends of streamers. I know I get the random follower that's like, hey man, you want to help me out, follow for follow, like trying to do that thing, like, yeah man, I'll watch you, you watch me, it's cool. Nah, don't bring me into that BS. I'm not not here for it.
Streamer who genuinely wants to be your friend,
exactly,
like a genuine person. There's always some ulterior motive, I feel like, when it comes to that.
They just they're real weird. And like I said with that one guy, if you don't host them that one time, oh, it's an issue, because they're just here for the number growth. And I feel like people are I'm like, I'll get into it. So I watch this dude, his name's Devin Nash, and he talks about how actually like hosting each other, it doesn't really help the person that does the hosting, if that makes any sense. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's like when you host another person, it kind of, that's like a chance for you to lose like a viewer, because you know viewers, I feel like normal people, if they're watching like a Twitch stream, they're only watch like one, maybe two at a time, right? I couldn't do two. I guess I'm too old for that. It blew my mind when he said, yeah, sometimes people do 2 or 3 streams at once. I'm like, how? Like, I don't have that concentration power to do that. But
that's crazy.
So yeah, so like if you send them out there, they're like, all right, cool, I like this person, bye Kashmere, and like never watch you again, and because they found like their new person. So you got to be careful with like who you're hosting, and like you got to make sure you genuinely like want to help them, or that they're not even in your kind of sphere, unless you guys steady rotate each other. Like you were streaming a lot in Halo. If you were to host someone, you host someone playing like Fortnite or something. Like just so whenever you're playing Halo, they know, okay, I need to go. I want to watch Halo. I know my girl Kashmere streaming Halo. Oh, that one person she hosted that once on Fortnite. I kind of feel like Fortnite right now, so they could go over there. But you know, you still have your audience. They know like what your main is, and
that's a good point.
Yeah. So when I was like, when he said that, I was like, whoa, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's cool. But
I heard some. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I heard some advice a while ago about like hosting and how like hosts are basically used to, I hate the word network, but it's really just a way for you to try and like get in with a streamer who's around your same size.
Yep.
But other than that, it doesn't bring more people to your channel or anything like that. It's solely for the purpose of like
networking, kind of.
Yeah. And I hate that.
Yeah, it's basically like you're throwing out a fishing line, like, hey man, you know, if you want to bite, you know, we could see if we could do stuff together. But if not, all right, that was your host for today, I guess. Congrats with the metrics.
Another thing too is if a streamer comes in and like donates or subs to you, like before they even say hi,
before anything,
you know that shit's fake.
Yeah. Just, oh yeah, I just want to stream or share, you know, love to your stream, thank you. Also I stream on Thursdays, Fridays,
exactly.
Yeah,
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with like those kind of people.
There's a lot of like little mind game stuff people try to do at the end. I feel you. It's just, that's why I said I stay in my own lane.
I just didn't want to be a part of it. Exactly. Stay in my own lane. Was just hard for me, I guess, because all of those people, like in the beginning when my channel was basically at like 18 followers, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
So those were the friends that I had made, and then just having to maintain that like fake ass relationship was just so hard. Yeah.
That's why whenever they come in, I'm like, hey dog, see the door. I just give them the quick ban. I'm like, all right, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So all right, now at least we know a little bit about you now. We actually talked for a while. I didn't even realize. But it's cool. It's cool. We got to know you a little bit. So let's get on. Let's talk a little bit more about some streamers, right? So when you were streaming, you probably knew this. Or you probably, you know, got comments, whatever. If you're like playing a game or whatever you're streaming, but then you're like, oh, I just got this text. So you're like, oh, let me grab my phone real quick. No, just quick. Oh, okay. No, check. Oh, what's on Twitter? And then you get that comment. Why are you on your phone? You're streaming right now. Entertain me. Like, what?
Oh god.
Like, whoa, chill, dog. Like, if you need content like now, just switch the channel. It's not hard. Just go somewhere else real quick. Can I breathe, dog? I don't know why people feel the need that like streamers are not allowed to do anything. You know, like if they're not playing the game they're supposed to be playing, like you can't do anything that's not related to streaming. And I don't get that mentality that they have. Like, I don't know if you remember something that's happened to you or what's up.
Okay, so I feel like there's two kinds of people. Okay. And it's the one that is like, why are you on your phone? And then you have the one that's like, I just sent you a message, can you check it? While you're in the middle of stream. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's always those two kind of people, and it's like really strange. It kind of,
that one bothers me. I understand sometimes.
Those are the two that I can remember.
Sometimes that you know, you get like quick message, but that's because you probably were contacting them beforehand. They're like, hey man, I just sent you a message. It's like a follow-up to yada yada. Check that real quick when you get a chance. They need to add that part. I think that's the thing that's missing. They need to add that disclaimer, like when you get a chance. So you're like, okay, yeah. So you know, like you're free to go out and you know, get your watch the message when you need to. But when they're like, nah, just send you a message, check it, like you could put it right here, because it'd be some dumb stuff too. It'd be like, hey, you want to play? What? You could say that in chat, dog. Wait, you scared that you gonna get rejected in front of everyone? Like, what's up? I don't know, man. Like these people, it's not like we ain't humans too. Everyone get a text message. Can I just reply back? What if it could be anything? I don't care for some dumb stuff, but can I, like, you guys got me for how many hours a day? Can I take 2 minutes for myself? Just
out of my 6 hours.
Can I get
let me have 5 minutes?
You go to the bathroom one too many times, they mad at you. Like, whoa, dog.
Or even like taking too many breaks and stuff is frowned upon. Like you have to hold in your pee so long.
Why not? Relax. I'm a human. I'm not a robot. You want me to piss in a cup? Like, what's up? Just be right here, keep gaming. Relax. I'm not.
I don't know what it is too. Like, is it because people are used to watching YouTube videos where it's like edited perfectly to where they have just like full on like attention, you know what I mean? They're not used to just like this live, like this actual person who can respond to them.
Maybe too much TV, or I don't know what makes them feel like we're not. I mean, because you know, like you watch, like, I don't even know what I could compare it to, but you watch some people and you're just like, you like have a disconnect with them, like celebrities, right? You see a celebrity, you forget like they're a human being. Like they still eat, breathe shit just like we do. You know, like you see them as like, oh my god, they're just God. They would never do whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like they kind of see that for like any streamer as well. It doesn't matter the size. Like
that's
oh wow, you're a god. Like,
like,
what's wrong with you? Like, you know,
that is true. You could have like 2 followers and they're like,
why are you on your phone? Get off. All right, this is why you don't have any viewers. What? Because I'm on my phone for 2 seconds.
Extra angry.
Come on, I'm trying to look up a guide how to complete this quest here, man. Like, I don't know how to do it. You don't know it either.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You also just put a picture of yourself on your chair. No one noticed.
That's true. I've seen people with just like a random still picture as their webcam. I'm like, dang, I should do that. That's smart.
It's I don't know. These people weird. That's all I can say to them about that. They're just weird. Let
Yeah.
people be on their phones. It's not that serious. Like I understand.
Yeah.
It's like all right, 45 minutes, an hour later, they're still looking down at
Yeah.
the phone. I'm like, all right, maybe. But by that point, just go to a different stream, right? Go pull up a
Yeah.
YouTube video. Go watch that. Go outside, walk your dog. Like, let's do
Yeah.
something. You don't gotta be
If
mad.
they're like, especially if they're checking it during like an intermission of a
Yeah,
game.
exactly. That.
Yeah. And like their chat isn't really active. I feel
Yeah.
like that was when I would check my phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Like in
just
queue,
this.
just chilling, nothing's happening. Get off your phone. Like what? Am I in classes? Is this middle school?
Exactly.
I'm not allowed. Oh snap! All right, we got other streams. I guess I wanted to. I mean, you talked about you wanted to be a counselor, right? Earlier, and how you studied that. Oh, actually, well, nah, that's fine. No, I'll still ask it. So you, cause we got a little off the topic already, but it actually just kind of rang in my head again. How did you balance, like, cause you were still going to school, right? You were in grad school when you
Yeah.
were streaming. How'd you balance that out?
So pretty much I would alter my stream schedule according to my school schedule. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but I would have to like micro schedule myself like to the point where I was like, okay, I need to do my homework for this specific class on this specific day and between these hours if I'm going to be able to stream on these days at these times. You know, it
Yeah.
was like very luckily I'm pretty like I'm naturally like really organized and kind of like to the T about it. So I was able to do it. But that being said, it was really, really stressful, especially if I had like an essay due. I had
Yeah.
so many essays, and you can't really plan essays. You don't really
Nah.
know how long that shit's gonna take, but that's pretty much how I was able to survive. Like if I had a Tuesday, Thursday class, I would just try and stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on the
Yeah.
weekend. Or, yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much how I was able to manage it.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I don't have a schedule, so I always just if I'm free,
Yeah,
you'll get a stream. If I'm not free, eh.
yeah.
But that's I
That's how I
guess.
started off too, when especially in that summer that I
Mm-hmm.
started. And I think a part of what I missed was having that freedom to be like, "Hey, I feel like playing my Xbox, let me get on." You
Exactly.
know? But towards the end, like having my schedule, I was like, I don't even feel like playing right now and I'm about to force myself to play to
Yeah.
people that it was just like, ugh.
That's too much.
But
Yeah, I hear
yeah, in the beginning for sure, like I love just being able to get on.
you. Okay, okay. Alright. Well, back to the subject I was going to transition to, but that thought just popped in my head. Sorry. I'm scatterbrain here. Uh, you want to be, or you're working towards becoming a counselor. So I wanted to do a couple topics here that kind of talk about, and then since you have experience with like streaming, kind of talk about like mental health of streamers, right? So one
Mhm.
thing I found out well, it's been happening forever, right? But I saw it came up recently on my timeline, so I was like, all right, cool, let's talk about this. These streamers do like they stream every day kind of challenge, and I feel like it might be like dangerous for their not like their health. I mean, it can be, but more for like their mental health, right? Like, how are you protecting yourself when you're streaming every day? There's like no time off. And
Mhm.
how do you feel about people that stream every day? They're like, and it's not even like short streams, right? We're talking people that stream 8, 12 hours, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna stream every day. How do you feel about people like that? Well, not people like that, but people doing
Yeah.
things like that.
I think they're stupid. But I mean, honestly, what comes to mind first, aside from mental health, well, obviously that's a big factor, but two, like the physical decisions that they're making, like if they're gonna be eating unhealthy during those streams, if they're like drinking energy drinks during those streams, like that'll mess you up, physically, and then mess up your mental health. You know what I mean? And just like
Yeah. Sorry.
not getting enough sleep and pretty much just like having your brain on that long, it just gets so draining. Like I can't imagine the amount of energy it would take
Exactly.
to do that. So it just seems really unhealthy to me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's pretty, to me, it seems just so unsustainable. Like,
Mhm.
a person I watched a lot, his name's Skara. He used to stream League, used to be a professional League player, now he streams Team Fight Tactics. And he's like doing the challenge where he streams like every day this year. So I think he's like 200 something days right now in a row.
Jeez.
I think it's in a row. I don't think he's missed any. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't keep up. But it's just, and he doesn't stream like short streams. Like he does pretty lengthy streams. And I don't know. I feel like there's just so much you're taking away from yourself, you know? Like you always have that boogeyman like in the back of your head, like, dang, I need to turn on stream today. Yeah, I might be a little sick. He was sick even streaming. Like, yeah, I'm a little sick, but hey, gotta turn that stream on, right? Gotta make sure we get that day in. And I can't see it.
I think that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like too, like it just makes me wonder like what their real life is like.
Mm-hmm.
Like sure, in a way they are being social, right? So like online gaming, yes, you are being social, but at the same time there's not like that face-to-face interaction that's like really, you know, pretty detrimental to your health. Like just to be able to talk to real people, and I don't know, it just seems like very, I'm like, the word that's coming to mind is just like stalemate, like you're just, or like robotic, like you're just kind of
going through the
going
motions
with the flow. Yeah. And you sleep and you wake up and do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't sound very healthy.
I think that's also probably why you see a lot of like gaming houses, or like streamer houses I should say now, where you have like a bunch of streamers in like one home, and you know everyone streams. So everyone has like these crazy schedules, so then they might still be able to get that, you know, social aspect. Excuse me. So they still might get that social aspect, and that might help like avoid with like the huge mental drain, because at least you could unwind with other people that understand your job. You don't have to be like, yeah, I stream on Twitch. Oh, what's Twitch? Oh, you know YouTube? Yeah, I know YouTube. I love YouTube. Yeah, it's like YouTube, but you do it live, and you do it live. So like, you're like, yeah, man, dude. What do you do? So you don't gotta explain all the BS of streaming. You can just, you know, unwind, meme it up with people. But I think even then, that might even get draining, right? Like,
because it's the same people,
the same talk, the same people. They all speak in Twitch chat memes. Everyone's pog champing and Pepe laughing and capping, and you just like, bruh, can I just want to talk about stocks or something. Can we talk football? What's football? I know.
It's a weird world if you think about it. And then you have to think about too how easily jealous people are, you know? So like they're all just throwing their stats down with each other. I don't know. It just doesn't seem healthy.
Oh yeah, I just got a huge host from Ninja today, and
like to get away from Twitch only to be like surrounded by other Twitch streamers.
Yep. Like
like what are those conversations like?
Where's the rest? Where's the break? You know?
Yeah.
Oh God. But at the same time, at least they have other people. I feel like, you know, you get other streamers, you know, they're by themselves in their own home, chilling, whatever. And I thought that's
better than nothing.
Yeah, so it's like mad lonely. And then they're also grinding out the streams. They don't got time to go outside, getting all their meals like sent to them or whatever. Like Postmates, and
it's just really isolating.
And I feel like that's like, because you hear a lot about depression with like streamers and stuff, and you know, just the mental drain, and that's, you know, it's a lonely life sometimes, as fun as like and jovial they may seem on stream, you know, because again, even though for some people it is like their actual personality, like I feel like, you know, I'm just me, whatever, right? But camera on, camera off don't matter. You don't get
True.
But you know, some people, you know, that's their stream, and then they go to sad boy town just as soon as everything shuts off, and you don't see that. And not having anyone you can vent to about how, you know, dickhead number 3 in chat was talking to you, and you know, you just out there just by yourself venting on, oh yeah, there's 5 people that called me the N-word today, that was great.
They're
And
just like sulking with themselves
yeah,
about what
it's just
happened.
in that mindset, just by yourself with no one you can really talk to, and that could just really suck, put you in a funk, and make you even come to like hate streaming, right? Just because you feel like there's no way out.
There's no real life, really. Yeah.
It's just you and your computer screen with the webcam.
Damn, I'm getting sad just thinking.
Don't worry, we'll stop talking about my life soon. Well, you know, like real too fast. Oh wait, what we're talking about you? Nah, that's good. I mean, but nah.
But low key.
I mean, I'm not joking. Help, please.
I'm like, blink twice.
But yeah, people just maybe be sad and lonely, yeah. That's why you need to make sure there's balance in everything, right? Balance. Make sure you're getting, your sunlight in. You get your stream in, but also go say hey to the old lady down the street or something. I don't know.
Your family.
Exactly. Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Just, try and get out
or
there.
Like think of the things that make you decompress and do those things.
Like whatever you can that just helps you relax and just get away from streamer mode.
Yeah.
Get away from the computer. Do that. Just anything. Okay. So speaking on that and how streaming might be like a grind, right? I was in this guy's stream. He seems eloquent, he talks well, and he seems like he understands, like, kind of like, how do I put it, deeper topics. I don't know, he's not just like a memer, right? Like he understands higher level functionings of humans. Common sense. Like he has his wits about him. But I talked to him. I was like, cause he has his own content. Dude's name Say No to Rage, and he has his own thing. He has like his podcast. He does like he'll have like a talk, right, called SNTR Presents. He'll talk. He mains Destiny, so it's all usually wrapped around Destiny, and he'll talk about, all right, guys, Bungie PvP changes are not doing too hot, blah blah. I have us talk about that. Then I have another segment, and it's the Q&A section where they talk. You talk about the PvP topic, kind of center around that, but it's mainly anything really, and they kind of go back and forth, and that's like his main content that he does. Then afterwards, he'll either play Destiny, play some other game, whatever. So I was asking him, I was like, he was playing, I don't remember that, excuse me, the game he was playing, but it was a random like 2D like dungeon crawler type game, I don't know. And I was asking him, like, when you play games like this, do you feel like you get to relax, kind of relaxing, like quotations, right? Because you're still a streamer, you're still interacting with chat, still trying to make sure you're giving a good show. And he talked about like, at first he was like, nah, like I'm always on. And I guess he thought about it a little more, and he was more like, okay, actually, I have my SNTR Presents. We talk about this and that. I get my clips. I get all this stuff. And then my brain, he kind of feels like, all right, cool. I did my job for today. Basically, I don't need to worry about getting any sort of like engagements and whatnot. Like I've done my job. So now when I switch over to do some other stuff, I could he wanted to shy away from the word relax, because he doesn't want to seem like, he doesn't give a fuck, right? But he was like, I could kind of relax now, like with doing other stuff. I can interact with chat, not get mad at the game. I could do whatever, because I've done my main job, right? Now I get to play video games. And he was talking about like, he thinks people need to segment their content like that, just so the people that grind out Fortnite 15 hours a day, 16 hours, like that's crazy to him. Like you're going to get burnt out, you're going to get bored, and that's why you're seeing all the uproar now, like vault the mech, remove the mech, blah blah blah. just because people, you know, spend their whole lives on this, and that's like all they do. So they live, breathe, eat Fortnite, and they don't get
Yeah.
any relaxation from that, because as soon as they go to bed, they're dreaming of Fortnite, dreaming of cranking out 90s, and then they wake up, they crank 90s all day.
Yeah.
So you know, like, you segment your content so at least you could do other stuff. And I think, I mean, again, I play games. I just play games to have fun, right? I'm not here to, you know, do whatever. But I've low-key started doing that with segmenting the content a little more. You know, I'll play my Destiny. It might not be like every day I like segment it, but you know, some days I'll play Destiny or I'll play any other game. And then I've also started doing like my first impressions kind of videos on YouTube, where I listen to a new album or whatever, you know, give out my thoughts, listen to new artists. We have the podcast now. And you know, so it's kind of like different flavors where you're not like stuck in like a monotonous kind of grind and you feel like the same thing over and over. I don't know if that ever got to you, because again, you did play some other games, but I felt like it was mainly Halo. I don't know if at a point you was kind of like F Halo. I mean, you're not like me, you don't hate Halo. F Halo, I'll say that. But I don't really. I want y'all to do well if you're hearing this for some reason. Because they invited me to the flight, so I got to play Halo Reach Firefight. I don't want them to take that away from me.
Well, in that guy's case, I just think about like the type of content. So he actually does like completely different content than gaming. Is what it like. It's related to gaming, but it's more like what you said, like Q&A. So in that case, I mean, yeah, I did feel that way. I was like, man, this is really draining. But I also think that's why they created that whole like just chatting section. And a lot of people have like utilized that for like their first hour and last hour of streaming, you know?
Yeah, just
but to take it to the next level would be to find something that you actually like doing and using that as content.
Seriously. Because I think we're actually seeing that a little bit now with some streamers. I know WoW Classic, that came out. I don't know if you've kept up with that, but that came out, so a lot of streamers, like, they're leaving their main games to play that, and you know, they're enjoying it, they're having fun. For me, WoW Classic, that makes me want to fall asleep, so I don't watch. But you know, they're having fun, they're doing their own thing. So I wonder, is that kind of them being able to relax now? Like, do they feel like they need to go back to Fortnite so they could, because I haven't really looked at the numbers, so I don't know if it's like hurting their channel or not. But the WoW Classic directory, it seems like booming and everything, so it's probably not hurting the numbers too much.
It's hard to tell because, like, to me, it just sounds like it's still in the gaming category.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
But if it's something different, like what that guy does, I feel like that would be really relaxing to just like not have to, I guess in a way, like not have to put your focus on multiple things. Like I think while you're gaming, you have to. But if you're just doing like a Q&A, that's like relaxing to me.
Yeah. He also
but I
said
see, like,
he really enjoyed it. Well, he really enjoys it because he loves the back and forth, the banter with other people. He's real witty. Like I told him, he was like real quick with it, because people will come at him and he'll just go right back at him with the quips. So he seems to be like in his element when he does that, and it feels like he enjoys it a lot. So that's like a calming thing. And then he could game even afterwards, right? So it's like another kind of layer of just like, all right, cool, this is fine. But I wonder,
you have to think about the type of person too.
That's true.
Like, because he is that witty person who like loves doing that, but someone else might not really like that, and they enjoy, like, they feel more natural and relaxed during the gaming. You know, and talking to people might be too much for them.
That's true. Yeah. But I wonder, does that become a routine then? You know, where you have your Q&A, you have your talk, then you play game. Does that in itself become monotonous, even though you are segmenting your content, right? But then you're still doing, that's like your cadence every day itself. And how does that feel on you? I don't know. I don't stream consistently enough to be able to know myself, but I just wonder. I mean, obviously there's always gonna be stressors. He's still a streamer, but maybe it helps out that it's different and it's not as bad.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I like that. Yeah. make sure you're trying to do some different stuff. I'm trying to say monotonous.
Something you enjoy.
You enjoy, exactly.
That you're natural at.
Yeah, it don't gotta be different. Doesn't mean you find the next hot game right now like WoW Classic and you go slug through 3 hours of that. Never played it in your life. You hate MMOs. Like, it doesn't mean that. Just hey, if you like to play, I don't know what's some quote unquote dead game on Twitch right now. If you like to play Halo
5,
if you like to play Halo 5, play Halo 5 for a bit of your stream. Again,
Mortal
343.
Kombat 10.
Don't. I love the new Halos. Okay, give me access, please. Thank you. Well, you know, like just play what you want to play or whatever. Don't you know, at least relax. You don't always got to grind out what the popular game just because you know it's good for your views. Like, you know, get your stuff done in the beginning half and later half, last like quarter. Relax, do what you like.
Yeah. I think I got lucky too with Halo 5 because it wasn't as dead as it is now, but it was small enough to where like people were able to see my channel.
I think that's a huge thing actually. What game was I playing when I first started? I think I was playing Halo actually. No, I was playing League of Legends. Yeah, no one's gonna find me. No one's gonna find me. You know how long you gotta scroll to find the one viewer people like me to you gotta scroll for a while. So yeah, definitely your game being Halo, it's a smaller community, but you could definitely like grow because it's small, you know. Like at first when you first start streaming, it's one person, right? So they only gotta do like 2 scrolls and boom, they there. And they can see you. And yeah. So, you know, try to play a game you like. Hopefully it's not the thing that's popular, but even if it is, you know, still play it. That's whatever. But try to find something that at least isn't clogged up by all the 80K view or streamers, you know.
Yeah.
You won't really get far.
Do like 500 viewers or less.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Make sure you actually like the game though, because people will know. Because in those streams, people know like, oh, you're just playing Halo because you try and get views, right? You don't even.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to strafe, kid. If I ask you what Guardian is and you don't even know it, nah, you fake, dog. But alright, cool. So we're actually both in grad school. I know that's a really random segment, but I was thinking. You know, school started up again, and we should help out the youth, right? Our co-highs in the anime world, right? The young ones. Let's help them out. So the people in undergrad that just started recently, I want to see if we could give them some tips. All right. Yes. Let's see. We got the obvious one, right? The one everyone's going to tell you, go to class. We got don't take 8 a.m.s. Actually, I don't know about you. I feel like you're an 8 a.m. kind of person.
I took 8 a.m.
Yeah, I said it and I was like, wait, I feel like you're the one bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, no coffee in sight, just ready to go in the morning.
I'm like ready.
No.
Yeah, that
for
was
us,
me.
For us normal people, okay? Don't take 8 a.m.s. You will not do it. You will not succeed. You will miss like 10 classes in a row. All right. Don't do it. I took a.
It's really if you go to bed late, then no, you just can't.
It's not happening.
I would go to bed at like 10 or 9.
I wasn't going to bed till 2-3 in the morning, like on the daily. Yeah. 8 a.m. was not. I took a 9 a.m. It was like the only biology lab class, and I actually did okay. But the funny thing is, the only time I was late was for finals.
That's the worst.
I came like an hour and something minutes late, and you get like 2 hours in total. And I was like, holy shit, I came there. I was like, yo, I'm so sorry, my alarm didn't, blah, blah. He's like, don't worry, just, hey. But as soon as the last person's done, you got to go. I was like, don't worry. Luckily, I was killing that class. I had an A in the whole way. So, yeah, I was like, oh, don't worry. I'll finish before them. I finished before them. I was blah, 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 blah. Got like a 90-something on the test. I'm like, hey, nah, just slight work, you know?
Yeah.
Don't worry. I bounced it out by like failing math. So That's cool.
Balance.
Balance and everything. Also, here's a tip: don't take 5 stupid hard classes at once, like me. You want to know the classes I took? Biology lab, chemistry lab, psychology, math, all at the same time. So 6 classes.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Don't do that. I went home Thanksgiving. I was a zombie. I only slept. My mom knew something was wrong with me when I wasn't playing video games. She was like, "What? You're not playing it?" And I was like, yeah. Turkey in my mouth, falling out because it was bad. Like, yeah,
I can't imagine. Oh no.
It was bad. I had to switch my major. It was that bad. But
yeah.
But I will say, well, actually, no. I'll save it for a little later. Any other tips you got? Let's see. We got like the big ones out the way.
Yeah. So I was thinking, well, an easy one is just keep a planner, but 2, like, actually print your syllabus. Really? Instead of like having to pull it up every time you have like a question.
True.
Having like easy access to it saves time. But like a cool thing that I do that has saved me so much time, it's like a lot of time in the beginning, but I'll go through like the due dates of things from like the 3 different courses and put them into one calendar. So I'm only looking at one thing instead of like 3 things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's
so like
oh no, you cut out.
I pretty much said to just to just combine like your due dates for everything into like one. And color code it if you need to.
Wow. Yeah, that's something
but
I
that
definitely
helped a lot.
think.
And then also actually try and make friends.
Make friends.
I know it's hard to socialize, but
see, I got some
get
that
like your
off
classmates' numbers and stuff.
I didn't like asking for numbers. I felt weird, but that was because my major, because everyone was a girl basically, or a woman, excuse me, and I felt weird if I was like, yeah, let me get your number, because then I felt they'd be like, excuse me, I have a boyfriend? Like, yeah, no, God. That's what I felt like. So I would never really like ask for numbers and stuff. But I definitely agree with you need to make friends. I recommend actually living in a dorm. At least at ECU, we were required to live in a dorm freshman year, and I actually like that rule. But if you could do it for like a year or 2, I'd definitely do it. You meet a lot of new people, and especially people that aren't in your major. I think you should diversify your friends list, if you will. Because if you just have everyone, I don't want to make this into a rant because I got a rant attached to this, but I don't want to do that. That's for another day. But if you have everyone that's like just in your major, right, and you're only friends with them, yes, it's great because they understand what you like, they understand like the topics that you understand and stuff. But you're looking for jobs. Every one of them is going to look for the same exact job you're looking for. You're kind of cannibalizing off of each other. And let's say you do get in the field. You guys work the same field. So they can't really share the wealth with you, right? Because the job that they'd ask you to come like, hey, man, I'm about to do this. Come help me with this. It's like they could do the same exact thing. So unless it's like a huge thing where they need extra bodies, they get you in. But if it's not that, like,
that's actually scary to think about, especially like counseling, right? It's like a small profession. It's growing now, but I've thought about that. I'm like, dang, like I'm getting really close to my friends, but they're gonna be like looking for the same jobs that I am.
Same jobs.
And it's crazy because there's not that many too. I mean, it really depends, but yeah, that's a good. I honestly did not even think about it. So you're giving tips.
I'll go on a little rant then. Not long. Just I'll shorten it up. I call this. Well, so I feel like some groups of people know. I don't know. I call it everybody eats, right? So what that term means is that everyone should like get a slice of the pie, right? If you're doing something well, you should be able to get your friends into it, right? So everyone, can make money, do well for you themselves, and blah blah blah. So the example I had was, I'm in public health, so we do a lot of like events outside to get the community involved, to I don't know, for something, let's say diabetes awareness or something, right? So we'll come in, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm a public health major, I have access to hire people basically because we need people to help run this event. So if I only had public health friends, I could only get them to do public health jobs. But if I'm working for an organization, we already have 50 other, public health work, so I can't get you into that, right? But since I made friends in a whole bunch of different areas, whatever, I could then hire them to start doing stuff. So let's say we need posters and stuff, like banners and stuff made. I'm friends with Cryo. He's not here. My friends with him. He does like graphic artist stuff, right? Art design, whatever. He can make that. I can hire him like, hey man, we're doing this. Come get some money real quick. He'd be like, all right, cool. I also have a friend, my friend, he's in environmental health, but it's no longer his girlfriend anymore. His fiance now. We'll talk about that a little later. His fiance now, she's a nurse. So I'm like, hey Jay, come on, let me hire you real quick. We'll do some screenings, health screenings. Another friend, she's in media, right? She's news report. Well, she's not a news report, but she's in media. Okay, can you get us on the news? That doesn't really get her paid because that's an organization. But we also need to write these flyers and these newsletters and things like that. Can you help us do that? We'll pay you, blah blah. You know how to write it, so everyone, so you get people in different subject matters, you get them all together in your one group, and boom, now everyone's getting paid. And then when they have something, they could get you in on that, and so on and so forth. And that's why I call everybody, not that I made this term up, but everybody eats, right? Everyone gets paid, everyone's making money, and blah blah blah, living a better life that helps you out in the long run. You're creating that network, an actual network that's not like the yada yada stream shit.
I agree with that. It's a really good tip. Just in general, just making a well-rounded friend circle.
Exactly. It's like our ESO clan, right? I was the blacksmith, the leather worker. Jamie was the potions master. We had, you can't have everyone make a blacksmith and stuff. Like we have everybody make swords. Cool. Like congrats, guys.
You think of like the small villages too back in the day. Like each person had their job.
You didn't have 50 bakers. Like fuck that look like. Y'all gonna be fat and die. Like. You need some farmers, some doctors, some warriors, some strong boys, you need some cooks. You need everything. People to take care of the kids, man. So we need to get everybody in on stuff, and that's why I love, especially with the internet, since I'm, as funny as this will sound, I'm pretty shy myself. I'm pretty reserved, laid back. Like you're like, what, Maha? No, the fuck you not. I'm like, yes, I actually am. Very shy, very laid back, very reserved. So with the internet, getting to meet all these new people, meeting you, meeting Jamie, Eater, everyone, it's like I would love to do that still. Like even with us, I know we're not right next to each other, but I feel like we cool enough with one another that this is something we could do. That like any sort of thing, like, hey man, I got this project, when we're all established in our fields, I need this, I need a counselor for me, and Kashmere, come on, we'll pay for your flight and all that, and and that's what I love about this. You get to meet so many different people that you wouldn't have access to. Like, how am I going to meet people from Canada? I've met people from Canada playing games and stuff, and I think this is a topic that's nowhere near the school tips, but I only gonna meet people from Canada. I'm never going there. Fuck, I look like being in the cold, and but I meet friends in Canada, and he was a real great person, and so that's gaming, and it's not what we're supposed to talk about, but make friends, okay? Your neighbor might be from Alaska, if you stayed in the dorm, and that's cool. Understand what they do in Alaska, how they be fighting. I don't know. What are those white things? Not polar bears, seals. There we go. I couldn't think of them. I was thinking the little blubs around. I don't know. On their way to work, they get stopped by or on their way to school, they get stopped by a polar bear. So, damn, dog. Looks like I can't go to school. Like they got different problems. Let's find out.
This is true.
But another thing I'll say, tips, so we get back on subject, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you're being yourself. Be honest with yourself, right? you know, in high school, everyone was like, "Oh, I need to fit into this little box." Right? I feel like for me in high school, it actually wasn't a lot like that, but it still was. But it wasn't as stereotypical as like the 50s kind of movies where you got the jocks, the nerds, the I don't know, all the cheerleaders, you know, everything. But we were still kind of put in a box in high school, but no one would talk about anime. But I went to college. How did we even meet with each other? I like these dudes that lived across the dorms from me. I don't even know how we figured it out, but I saw them playing like Naruto or something, or they saw me watching Naruto. I don't remember, but honest, they were like, "Yo, you watch anime?" I'm like, "Yeah, I watch anime." "You watch anime?" "Yeah, we watch anime." "Cool, dog. Let's watch some Dragon Ball Z together." "All right, cool, dog. We'll do that." And all of a sudden, boom, best of friends. All of a sudden, and we look like nothing alike. Not that we don't look alike, but we don't do anything like. I think one was like an engineering major, the other one like a physical education major. Me, public. Well, I don't think I was public health at the time. I was like bio major then, and you know, I guess we kind of were into sports. Some of us were into sports, others like weren't, didn't give a damn. So like, basically, if you saw our group in high school, we would have never interacted with each other. But because, you know, we're being true to ourselves, we're not lying like, yeah, we play video games, we like anime, blah blah. We could become that friend group. So don't think you gotta mold yourself to any box. Like, people that try to do that are like, to us, they're weird, dog. Like you trying to be the stereotypical jock right now? You know, we too grown for that. Like,
it is weird. It is weird when you meet someone who's still trying to be perfect.
Yeah,
you know, like you hit a certain point. I think around like age 23 was when I was just like, that's very specific. But I feel like because that's after like the party phase and all that too. Like, you just like settle down and you're like, damn.
I never partied. I hate that. But I hear you.
But it's like that. Well, still, maybe 21 was like, even though you weren't like a partier, you may have like gone through the phase of like really trying to solidify who you were as like a person, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna just agree because I'm different,
boy.
Nah, like, as cocky as it might sound, I honestly feel like I haven't changed, in the sense that I feel like I've always been like genuine to myself, and like whatever I like, you know, I like it. I don't like, so like in high school, I don't know why this memory just sticks with me so much, but I was like trying out for the football team, and people just assume, like this one girl, she was like, oh Aham, yeah, all he does is like sports. Like, he does sports, eats, go to bed. She wasn't saying like eats and like the you're fat, but it was like, you know, he lives, breathes, eats football, like that's it. And like, I was like, nah, I play video games. I play Halo when I go. They're like, you play games? Like, yeah. They're like, nah, I thought you just in the gym like 20. I'm like, no, nah, it's a gym. I don't go outside. Only time I go outside is for like football practice or something. Like, people didn't like know, and because, you know, they're so used to people being in a box. But like, I honestly feel like I've just been myself. I didn't try to, you know, be anything else.
I think most people are in a way, but it's like, do you give that impression like right off the bat?
That's true.
Like, it's so easy. Like, one thing that I've learned so far in grad school, especially because I had to take a group counseling class, and you can imagine where you have to get real deep and you don't even know these people, you know. But one thing I learned is like well, obviously people judge each other like in a matter of like what, 10 seconds of meeting someone. You judge everything about them.
I know you already, like,
so it kind of makes sense. Like, just go ahead and be vulnerable. Like, tell people what you like. Just be yourself so they don't have to assume.
Exactly.
You know? So I think that helps people like build better relationships. Like, you know, if you are trying to make friends, and like if you're being yourself and they obviously don't like you, then you know, so what? You don't lose anything.
But if they
like
you're
sitting there molding yourself to fit them, that's not even like a true friendship. You know? So it's just kind of like,
she trying to go with the flow where the flow ain't for you.
That flow.
The flow. Yeah, so just make sure you're yourself. No need to be anything but that. Also, big thing for me, all right, this is gonna be hard to actually do. But get into a major that you actually enjoy and care about, something that actually interests you. Because I was a bio major, and biology, I love biology, don't get me wrong, but I had to switch because, you know, I was taking chemistry, I was taking math. Hate chemistry and math. Well, I don't hate chemistry. I was cool like chem, like lab, but the lectures, like nothing just clicked with me, and I hate math. So that doesn't help with chemistry because you're doing math.
Oh yeah.
But biology, I love biology, even though you do a little bit of chemistry. But that's besides the point. Anywho, it's just that the class I was taking just weren't vibing with me, right? And I was dreading going to class. You know, I had a 10 a.m. Chem lab, or not chem lab, but chem lecture, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I don't want to go." Like, and that's how you easily, you know, aren't going to class because you're like, I don't even want to go. You're not making friends because I don't fuck with any of the people here. They're all nerds now. Like, and you know, but like I found public health, and I don't know, I just loved it. I took a class and everything. Like, it was all right. So saying this is a little wonky, but stay with me. So I took the class and it was like stupid easy to me. Not that the major or anything itself is easy, but it's like it kind of came natural, and I felt like so comfortable, and it's like I wanted to learn, right? You were just I was so greedy to like get in as much information as I can. I know you'd be like, ah, fucking nerd, but it was like, nah, like I just really loved the subject, and it was amazing to me. So like, even taking did I take an early class? I think I took like a 10 a.m. or a 9 a.m. in public health, but like I was okay with that because like I wanted to learn. I want to get as much information as possible. So when you're in a major that you actually enjoy and that you love, that you could, it makes everything else easier. Going to class, taking it 8 a.m. if you have to, don't do it. You know, making new friends that are in your major, because even though you want to diversify your friendship, you still need people in your major, right? They go on to do great things somewhere else. They remember you. Oh yeah, you always worked hard. Come on board. Come into this organization. Boom. Now you got a job, right? You need to know people. So yeah, it's just, and you feel free to just be yourself, you know. And so yeah, try to get into a major you enjoy, and that kind of gets you. I don't know if you had trouble with your major at first. I don't know if you changed majors before, or have you done anything like that?
So like I've always, just based on experience, had this like theory that if I made an A in a class, that means I was natural at it. If I was like dreading it, struggling, then I knew that that shouldn't be anywhere near what I should major in. And that like heavily applied to me. Like I was taking history and making like C's, having to bring like D's up. I was taking like really hard science classes, and although I love science, like it's fun, I wasn't doing so well when it came to like the technical stuff. But I was taking like sociology, psychology. I was making A's in those classes, and that's pretty much when I figured out like, okay, I obviously need to be doing something that has to do with like studying people. I just didn't know exactly like what. Yeah, so my bachelor is actually in human resources management. So I was thinking, okay, I can manage people, but also have like that human side to it, like the people side to it. But after like getting a job and experiencing corporate, which I absolutely hated, by the way, because it has nothing to do with people. It's all about profit. That's when I was like, damn, I should be a counselor. Like that fits perfectly. And like now I make A's like easy. Nothing like before where I actually had to study. Like now I read and like I want to read. Like it's actually interesting.
Like, I need to know more.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is so fucking cool. Like I'm gonna keep studying.
Yeah, that's one thing I really want to stress, is just finding a major that like works for you, because it makes life so much easier. Because then when you're like, how do all these people get these 4.0s, these 3.0, what the fuck are they doing that I'm not? Like, I'm always like, it's just because, well, some of them are just, you know, gifted, but well, some of them actually just like what they're doing, and the math, the sciences that we may hate, like that's just what they love, their passion, and just
that's their
that
knack.
makes things comes easy for them, not because it's easy, but because they love it so much and enjoy it so much that you know, everything else kind of fits together.
Chore.
Exactly. So doing the 20 different math problems a night, like That's like, okay, cool, that's fine. It might be annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always annoying if people like to do like mad work, but you're like, well, whatever, no. Like, it's got to be done, so you do it.
Yeah, I
Do
agree.
you have any last tips for the young ones out there?
Last tip was something that like really helped me when I was struggling is like looking up study videos on YouTube, like different ways to study, like using note cards, timing it, and everything. Because I think, especially in grad school, you have to actually,
oh yeah,
like,
definitely
read your book and shit. But like learning how to like time it over like multiple days instead of like I'm just gonna sit down and read now. Like that's possible, but you're gonna be like so drained after it. So actually like spacing out
you just
what you have
gotta
to.
you also know yourself, right? Because I'm actually one of those that's like, if I'm gonna bring myself to read the book, I'm gonna do it in one sitting, so I don't want to do that any other time. So like, as long as you know like your own limits and like what you enjoy, what's good for you, I thought just finding that balance of, well, not that balance, but finding out your study habit, your study style, what makes studying easy for you or whatever. You just make sure you do that. Same with like learning, right? Some people, the auditory, the written, hands-on, and whatever the other one is. And so it's kind of the same thing with studying. So for you, like, I was never, not that I'm not organized, but I can't bring myself to, write out note cards, flashcards, and color coding and everything. I was like, nah, I don't care enough. Just give me the slides. I'll read through the slides. I'll take notes with the slides if I have to in class. If I read my book, I'm gonna do it on the sit-ins, much as I hate it, but I'll be like, F it. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna finish it. Because once I start, I'm like, I just need to finish. But I'll have like days, like for me, so at least with this class I'm in right now, what I'll do, Monday we have like 3 like lectures that she puts out, because we have like videos for it since it's online. So I have Monday I'll do one, Tuesday I'll do one, Wednesday I'll do one, and then that Wednesday I'll do like the quiz, so then I can be like free for the rest of the week and do my own thing. We also have like random homework assignments, so I guess I'll add that into it. We haven't gone that far in the class. It's only week 2, so the whole schedule ain't like fitted yet, but we got like homework due Wednesday, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow probably. But you figure out your schedule and then just stick with that schedule, make things easier. And then, like, I mean, it's still following your advice, right? I do it in chunks, so it's not everything all at once, and it makes it kind of go by and it's easier and you don't feel bogged down. But I guess that's a little different because that's more grad level stuff than undergrad, because they take like multiple classes. We take like 2, 3 maybe.
Yeah,
3 sounds like
I've always just like told myself, if I'm gonna regret like not doing this right now, then I need to do it. Like if I'm gonna feel like really bad or like like feel really bad about it, then I need to get this done. So that's kind of what motivates me. Like, sure, I procrastinate a ton. Like I'll do like 15-page papers in like a whole day. That's due at like midnight or something.
Oh nah.
And I'll do that shit and I regret it. I'm like, dang, I should have started this sooner. But
also knowing your limits. So I know I struggle with writing a lot. Writing is not my forte, so at least even I know, like, if I'm gonna do this 15 pages, goddamn, if I'm gonna do a 15-page paper, I know I need to start early, because when I come to writing, like, this is literally my process, because we had to like write it down. I'll look at the prompt, I'll look at my paper, the paper is blank. I'll look back at the prompt, look back at the paper, paper's still blank. And this happens for like 20 to, no, not even 20, that's like 40 minutes to an hour. I'm not even joking. I will just look at the prompt, look at the paper, look at the prompt, look at the paper, watch TV for a bit, look at the prompt again, and like, it's just nothing will come to me. And then like an epiphany happens in my brain. Oh, I could write about this. Boom, I'll start writing. I'll write for like 30 minutes or something. All right, cool, you got a paragraph. Look at the prompt again. And then it's just that whole thing that I don't know why me and writing just cannot vibe. So that's the only thing I'm a little worried about in the major, because you got to write out the action plans and stuff that you want to do for the community, and write up grant writing stuff. So I'm hoping, because it's a lot of group work for us, I'm like, hey man, I'll give y'all a lot of ideas, and I'll structure it basically. Like, this is all right. Sorry, another tangent here. So we had a project in one of my classes, and luckily I was with this girl. Her name's Pam. Pam's an amazing girl, woman. Sorry.
Go Pam.
So I met her in actually what was the class? Nutrition class. And the only reason I became friends with her, I'm real shy, but in nutrition class they asked us a question, and everyone was saying she asked us how long are the small intestines, and everyone was saying dumb shit. Oh, like 6 inches, 30 feet, 100 feet, 2 inches. I'm like, what? Y'all dumb mother. And then she was like, about 6 feet. I was like, God bless her, someone smart here. And I looked at her, and I think the next day we had class, I like sat next to her. I was like, hey, my name's Aham. And no, I think I talked to her like that moment, like after she answered the question. I'm like, hey, my name's Aham, how you doing? Like after the class, actually.
Hey, I liked your small intestine answer.
Yeah. I was like, you're like the only smart person here, how you doing? Like we end up starting sitting next to each other and stuff, and luckily we had the same major. So tangent out of that tangent, we we had this project, and we had to develop like a program for a community. And like I was real good, like I came up with an idea. I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna do this and this, but it was like the skeleton of an idea, right? It wasn't really fully fleshed out, but you had the framework there. And boom, I laid out a framework, and she was able to like fit into pieces, right? I was a skeleton, she was the muscles, boom, getting everything working, getting the joints moving, all that. So I was like, yo, if I could work with her for the rest of my life, well, chill, that's gonna sound wild, but like, it's like a job. Like I could just work with her. That would make life so easy. So like,
I know
it was just like easy fit. Like, yeah, I got the framework. You got all the yada yada details, and like cool things moving easy on the project. Like, oh god, if I could work in a situation like that, perfect. If they're going like, nah, Ham, you gotta do this, I'm like, man, y'all not gonna get the best out of me. You gotta. It's like remember when you used to play actually I don't know if you were playing with us at the time, but Jamie and I, we used to play Overwatch for competitive and ranked mode. And I think like Joe would be with us and everything. And remember, I was disgusting with Tracer and Genji. You know, I got famous off of that.
Like one time trying to play with you guys.
Yeah, and I'm like, and they only play DPS, so I'd have to play a tank. And I'd be so mad. I'm like, yo, y'all got a purebred stallion over here, Tracer and Genji. Y'all making me play Orisa, which I love her. I love Orisa now. Yeah. But come on, let me carry you guys. You know, I'll play Tracer, I'll play Genji, get a team kill, you know, we just win, and we get a bunch of people. Nah, y'all got me playing Winston and what was Zarya, and I'm like, come on guys, y'all can do. So like, if they could see that, yo, I would give you the ideas, I'll give you a nice little framework, the skeleton. Y'all just do all the yada yada stuff. Boom, great relationship.
Get in where you fit in.
Exactly. You know, just put like get the best out of me. That's what you could do. And I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't even know why I talked about it, but just do that.
I don't remember either.
Don't know why. But it's what's up. That's what you gotta do. Just get me a Pam at my job, all right? Like, that's all I'm asking for.
Oh, I remember. Just like with writing.
Oh, I don't even remember what writing software we talking about.
You were like, in the future, if I'm gonna have to like.
Oh yeah, if I have to write.
Yeah. But what I was gonna tell you though is, hopefully in the future, if you have to make an action plan or something, it's obviously gonna be something that you want to do. Hopefully,
yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot easier to write.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Having to do their like template type prompts and stuff, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're right about that. Cause I take an English class, and no, not in the English class. When I was taking the bio lab, that was so much easier doing papers for that. Cause we gotta do like lab reports. Like, that's easy. I don't gotta do no bullshit fluffs or nothing. Just tell you what I did.
Yeah.
And I did this, and this. This is why we need this. This is the data we got from this. This is our conclusion we came from this data. Not perfect. I don't be like, yo, the sky was blue. It's rainy outside. I was
Yeah,
sad.
all the research.
And I'm like, bro, can I just tell y'all,
Quoting
like,
people from like 1987.
yeah, Hemingway used to say, like, no, I don't give a damn about him, man. Like, and I played baseball that day. Like, it's done. I don't need to tell y'all
It's done.
the field smelled of lilac and gooseberries.
Okay.
And right, English used to cheese me. Have I told this English story on stream? I don't know. We about to get another rant from me. Yeah, you've probably heard this story before because you know I be talking. I be telling my stories. So English class, high school, AP English 4. I took that class, and every time I struggled in that class for no reason, and I'll tell you why. Every time we would talk in class, have discussions, I would always answer it. I'm like, oh, it's this and this. This is why this and this happened. For some reason unknown to me, the teacher would never hear my response. Would never hear my answers for stuff, right? So then my friend Javon or my boy Marvin, they'll just pair exactly what I said. Oh yeah, it's this and this because of this and that. Oh, Javon. Oh, Marvin, great input. Oh, so beautiful, so eloquent. And I just look at them like, y'all dirty mother. And we would take quizzes, and I struggled on the quiz. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. You know, I struggled on the quizzes. I didn't do too hot. Like the spelling test. Like, hey man, I can't spell. But we would do group projects, and I'd kill it. We'd have book reports. I'd kill it. I feel like I killed it. And I'm like, yo, and then we'd give the presentation in class, and she's like, oh, Aham, great. This is wonderful. Oh, I love when you inputted this, and that. 67. What? 50 this. What? Wow. I'm like, what is happening here? So I was working at Harris Teeter at the time, you know, just so I could buy bubble gum and video games. And and I'm about here to fail English, and if you fail English, you're not graduating. This is senior year. You gotta pass all your core classes, and I had to quit my job and everything just so I could do this. And I don't know if she had anything wrong with me, but she did not want me to succeed in that class. So I had to take the AP test, because if you had a certain grade, you didn't have to take the test. So she'd be like, you can take if you want to, but you don't need to. I had to take it because I was failing. Yeah. I take the test. I get an A on it. Easy A. What? Like, and I'm like, what is happening?
Those tests aren't easy either.
Like a 98 or something on the test. Like, it wasn't something like crazy, or it wasn't like a barely, like, no, like clean A. And I have this thing with like English teachers, I don't know, where I always struggle, because the same thing happened in my English 1 class in high school. And it's like, not the same thing, but you know, the same thing. I was struggling in that class too for some reason. And came find out he was like, oh, Aham, if you get this grade, you get a D. But if you get this grade, you're getting an F. I'm like, okay, like weird. Yeah. Take the test, easy A on it again, like the AP test. I'm like, what? Oh no, it wasn't an AP test. It
makes
actually
you wonder, like maybe their standards.
I don't want to say it.
High.
True. I could say that. I don't know. No, because like I thought you were gonna go there. Hey, maybe they don't like black people. I'm like, hey, maybe they don't. Hey, but I was like, I don't want to say that, because like when I would talk in class, they love my responses. So obviously there's some sort of disconnect happening, because if whatever I'm saying in class is like, oh yeah, that's great input, Aham. Yeah. Versus on the test, it's like, no, that's wrong. What are you saying, Aham? Like, well, what are you saying? But anywho, yeah, me and English teachers don't mesh. Yeah. One day I'll tell you.
Especially like in high school. You know, like in high school, the teacher's always like, we're preparing you for college. Yeah. And then it's nothing like what college is actually like.
In college, I got to write as if I was in bio class, and that was so great. And because I didn't have to do all the frou stuff, I could just do my own thing, and that was clean. But we still had to do that whole project that was like 8 pages. I struggled with that. I don't even think I got 8 pages. I was like, what am I supposed to talk about for 8 pages? I do not care about, there was nothing in this world that I would write 8 pages on. Like, I can't. There's not that much to say. 8 pages worth of there is no subject in this world that have me write in 8 pages. Yeah, all fluff. Yeah. Let me get straight to the point. I'll give you great points, great straight to the point kind of paper. Boom, you'll get all the information you need, everything you need to know. I'll go boom. But when you start saying, nah, dog, you gotta do this, this, and that with this descriptive language and this other kind of, I don't know, literary devices, and you need to use a limerick and your rhyme scheme. I'm like, nah, shut up. Let me talk. Let me just say what I'm saying. Yeah, that's fine.
It's true.
But yeah, there's a story. Hopefully, I haven't said that one before on the podcast.
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard that one? Hey, so new story for y'all.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about some other English teachers later. I don't know. Me and English teachers, we just don't vibe. No. Except for one. I call her teacher. She's amazing. All right. Let's get off. Well, I mean, we kind of already got off the serious stuff, but let's further get off from the serious stuff. All right. So I know we talk about music from time to time. We're always sending each other some stuff. Like, oh yeah, I heard this, and that. Let me, listen to this. I'm like, oh yeah, I just heard this. Let me listen to that. So I wanted to do this on the podcast. Let's see if you've listened to any new music recently. Give me like 3 songs, or if you don't got 3, that's fine. That you're listening to recently, and what you like about them.
Okay, no judgment zone.
Only gonna judge your musical taste. Sorry.
I've been in this like weird
trash.
No, I'm joking. Weird happy trash mood. So.
No, that's fine.
Oh shit. Okay, so this is crazy. This is why I say don't judge, because I used to judge people, but it's a K-pop group.
Okay.
And it's funny because I used to judge the hell out of people who loved K-pop. Hold on. So what had happened was, I'm giving like a preface to this song.
That's the story. I know. As soon as you hear what had happened was like, oh shit.
What happened was, I saw this like dance compilation of this girl from one of these groups, and I didn't know she was a part of any like K-pop group. I legit thought she was a dancer. I have like this like weird interest in people who are good dancers, but anyway, I was like, damn, I need to see more of her. Like, she's really good at dancing. So I went on YouTube, and then I realized she was a part of a K-pop group. And I was like, oh shit, am I gonna get deep in this? And so Blackpink, have you heard of Blackpink?
Nope.
They're getting pretty popular now. So they've like made top charts here in America, or like across like internationally. But so one of their songs I've been listening to is called Kill This Love. But sounds it's just K-pop-ish. Good. Like, yeah, I just like that. It's just like, so it's different than any other K-pop music. And a lot of people are saying it's like one of these like modern type. They use English in some and like a little bit of their songs, but not only that, they have like bass drops. I think it's a bass drop thing. But it's just good. I'm like, damn, I love this. And they're just like really like confident and women empowerment. I'm like, fuck yes, I love this shit.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's the story.
Nothing wrong with K-pop. I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with K-pop. The chicken place I go to, they always play. I mean, it's a Korean fried chicken place, but they always got K-pop music playing in the background. I'll be watching. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wouldn't go out my way to listen to it, but actually, maybe I would. Yeah. All right. So now you got a Twitter. Are you going to be like one of the K-pop fanatics out there, posting those fan whatever fan the stuff, cams. And like I don't even understand it because it looks like professional. It doesn't look like it's just some dude in the audience.
I don't know. I feel like they're just like people who work in like producing, or like they're like the guy who like sets up the lights and shit, and he's like, let me get this video in. I think that's what they do. I don't know.
I don't get it. They got this whole thing on Twitter and it don't make sense to me. Every time something's happening, they're like, oh, you just like, it'll be some random stuff. Like, all right, guys, Travis Scott, he got a new album, and you just see a whole bunch of K-pop fans. They're spamming the Travis Scott hashtag and posting all their fan cams. And I'm just, why are you guys being weird?
Yeah, definitely not going to be like that. But I do appreciate their music. It's really good. And I hate that I've like gone into, because I've always been sort of like not into mainstream, not trying to be cool, but I just haven't really liked the music lately that's on the radio. But it's really good, and I think it's reaching a lot of people in a good way. Like, it's actually some pretty decent music, but they've reached like 700 million views. It's like the top K-pop song, top K-pop group, and they've only been out for like 2 years now.
Nice.
So,
wow.
Yeah. So I'm digging that.
I don't think I could count that high.
I can't even.
700 million. That's crazy.
Crazy. But another song that I discovered was, I just picked up working out recently, like going to the gym, and I was like looking on Spotify, but there's a song called The Drop, so you can imagine it's
they got that drop
to work out to. Yeah. By Bro Safari, but that shit, I always listen to it every time I go to the gym. Yeah, it's so good.
It sounds familiar. Not actually.
I just like really like deep house, like bass, sort of like heavy songs.
I can see that.
Yeah.
If you might watch this little slight plug again, shout out Rangers. If you watch his stream, he gets he plays like a lot of the drum and bass type music. I don't know, you might get.
Yeah.
I don't have the song ready, so I can't tell you the name. But yeah. I kind of dig it. I dig it a little bit, especially it's like the songs I listen to when I'm driving like long distance, driving fast because no freeway speed limit though. You know, I don't go.
Yeah. I just like, there's something about it, like trap music. It's just like very like just let go sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not perfect. I don't know. There's just something about it that
it's just
makes me like,
it just brings in all the energy. You know,
exactly.
And you got any more? Is that it? That's cool if that's
yeah, the third one that I did was it's by Clean Bandit, and it's just called Baby, but it's like a Spanglish type song.
Some
I listen
salsa
to
Uno Dos.
Uno Dos.
It's what's homie's name? It's him and Jaden Smith. I showed it to Ronnie and he loved it.
Oh wow. I'll listen to it.
Yeah, but it's just called Uno Dos. But just know Jaden's featured on it.
This woman, Marina, is featured on this one, and she's just, I love female vocals for one, but it's just so good. She's like, it's so good, but it's by him and Baby. But yeah.
Okay. I'll give you my little short list here. Alright, so first we'll go I'm Going Home by Regina Carter. Alright. Regina Carter, she's a violinist, so there's like no lyrics or whatever. This is what I told Aaron about this song. It's a soul like cleanser. Like you listen to this song, it's like 8 minutes too. You just feel refreshed. Like for some reason it sounds familiar. It's one of those like it's hitting some sort of like ancestral chord in your brain. Like your lizard brain speaking to you right now. Like they just play
I love
it.
that.
Yeah, and you're just like, this sounds so familiar, and you just feel at home, at peace, and it's just you know, like this is something you feel like you gotta do yoga to. I tried yoga. Yoga is not calming and relaxing though. That shit is hard. I don't know how
that should hurt.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. So it's like what yoga looks like it's supposed to be. Just refreshing, calm, and just you know, you take that sip of whatever water, cold water, wine, soda, I don't care what.
That infused water.
Infused water, you know, lemongrass and seaweed. I don't know, but you just that's that song. I'm Going Home, Regina Carter. It's beautiful. That last third she plays, the last lay, oh god, bliss. It makes me want to pick up a violin and play. I won't be able to play like her though, but I could try. Next song These are actually all pretty common songs now that I think about it. Next song, It's You by Ali Gady. I don't know how to say the dude's name. It seems like it's actually popular. I was listening to it. All of a sudden, one of my friends retweeted him singing it in his studio or something by himself, and I was like, oh, he must be a popular person. I don't know, but that song also, it's real chill, and I think it's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know, but I think it's him referencing an ex-girlfriend or something, and it's the only person I need is you right now, and beautiful song though. And
those are good.
And I don't know, it touched me in such a way that I'm I need to I need to stop using that term touch. I say that for a lot of things. And sometimes it comes out really wrong, because you know how
ever watched the
School of Rock? Yeah.
When Jack Black is like, I've touched your children in many ways, and they've touched me too, and they're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's basically how my mouth just kind of runs. Because gaming, you call people kids, you call them dude, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, we just touched these. Oh wait, man. So I need to try to get out my vocab, but it's not happening anytime soon, unfortunately. But I'm gonna use this song to make a montage, a Destiny montage. I thought that'd be so dope because it's just such a calm song, and you don't get too many montages that are just calm song. They're usually hyphy, up in your face, your blood boiling, let's go. So this is just a relaxed type thing, and I feel like it could work if I do it right. I don't know. I'm needing to learn how to edit, or get someone to edit it for me. But I think it could work. If you ever hear the song, it's just, you'll be like, whoa, chill, the last one, it's actually kind of a surprise. So I listened to Jaden Smith's album Eris recently. That's a young plug to the YouTube. First impressions, go watch that. Maha Jr. YouTube, follow, subscribe. Anywho, there's one song on it called Somebody Else. It was part of another song that's longer, but this song, another, just one of those, just wow, beautiful, calming, and it's just one of the few songs on that album are actually just really good. The album didn't have too many really good songs. Didn't have that many good songs.
I've never heard any of his songs, actually.
Oh, really? I need to send you some.
If I'm being honest, I didn't even know he made music.
Wow. No, you never even heard Icon?
I've only thought of his sister. Yeah, no, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I'll send you some of his songs, because he actually has some good, just vampy type, spacey songs.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. That sounds about right.
That sounds like a Jaden thing, and if he stuck with that kind of route, he can make some good music. But when he does the other stuff, it just doesn't work. But yeah, so I'll send you some later.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that's my 3. Let's see. Last thing. Let's do you have favorite artists?
I was thinking about it, and kind of, but it's I like a lot of songs from multiple people, but I do have one that I listen to over the years constantly.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about that then. So this one person you listen to, what made you start listening to them? Because there's some people, you listen to them kind of in passing, it's oh, okay, whatever, but something usually kind of gravitates you towards one person. You're yeah, I'm a fan of this guy,
Yeah.
And what made you start listening to them, and who are they, I guess I should say?
Yeah. So the band is Tame Impala. Have you heard of them?
Impala. I have not, actually. I don't listen to many bands.
Yeah, so they're in the realm of indie, I guess, but it's a futuristic, they're very psychedelic type vibes.
Is it kind of what's homeboy's name? Sorry, I just blanked on his name. Jimi Hendrix?
You could say that.
Or Floyd? No.
I'm trying to think. What would it be? I can't think. Um. Oh, MGMT. Like
MGMT.
that.
I know them. Yeah.
It's sort of kind of like that.
Okay.
Very similar. But what made me start listening to them, I had a friend actually send me one of their music videos only for the sake of the music video, right? Because they thought it was weird. And then I listened to the song and I was like, yo, it's not just the music. Like, this is good. Like, this is really good music. But what it is just like they have like those complex type of like the layers in songs. And you have to remember, I was in band, so like
so you know.
layers in music is like very appealing to me.
Yeah.
If it's just like, you know, simple beats, that's good. Like I can appreciate that, but like if it's just like layers of different instruments on top of each other, in addition to like the singer being like
really good,
like starting
so
on
you
different.
need that like grant. Oh, they do that too.
Yeah, it's just like
okay.
it's just really good, like just really musical, I think, while also being like hip and like modern with that kind of like weird sort of like, I don't want to say if you were drugged because I don't promote drugs, but like that sort of vibe that you would get if you were like an alien. Let's just say that, you know, like you would feel like it's just like a good mood sort of thing.
So are they like very grandiose? Would you use that as a term for like their music? At least when it comes to like layering like the different instruments and whatnot together.
They do it in a like in such a simple way.
Oh, interesting.
But it like it's very like I don't know, speaks volumes, I guess.
I don't know.
Like it comes across way more like powerful than what they're probably intending, I guess.
Gotcha. Cause I was gonna see if I can relate it to Kanye anyway, because at least with like older Kanye's, he used a lot of like orchestras, and so I was seeing that as like really grandiose. Like if you ever listen like All of the Lights, yeah, the orchestra playing with the violins. So I was wondering if it was kind of like that, like just big and just, you know.
So there's just like it's not like instruments. Like, you know, when you just said that, I just heard the trumpets like dun 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 dun, dun, you know. But like for Tame Impala, it's like the like keyboard synthwave type beats. But like really complex.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it just stuck with me. Yeah.
I like that. I always like finding out like how people start getting listened to like their artists, because for me, probably gonna be obvious, but I love Kid Cudi. And it's actually weird. So everyone, whenever you're like, oh, Kid Cudi, oh, you like Day and Night, like that, I didn't get into Kid Cudi because of Day and Night. Never heard that song in my life. And it really annoys my, oh, that's his best song. No, it's not his best song. So I was with my cousin in like 2009, I think, the end of middle school. I was out riding, and he was listening to a song called Paranoid. It's by Kanye West. Kid Cudi's featured on it, and Common. Heard that song, and I don't know, for some reason Cudi kind of like stuck out to me. So I went, I came back home, and I looked him up, you know, because I want to listen to like new artists. You know, I was listening a lot of System of a Down back then. That's because my friends, I know, my friends, they got me into that, and it was weird, you know, black guy just rocking out some System. You're like, whoa, I'm like, yeah, man, I love him. So I was like, I need something a little bit different, something that I can more align with other people. They won't be like, you listen to who now? What's a System? You know, so I ended up looking up Kid Cudi. And I listened, you know, to his albums and his mixtapes and everything. I don't know, just I don't even remember the first song I heard from Kid Cudi. All I remember is that I got his mixtape or his album? I don't remember, but it's like Man on the Moon probably. And I just heard it for the first time, and I was just like, whoa, like it just speaks volumes to me. And like I don't know if I related with all, like I definitely didn't relate with all the drugs and stuff, like that wasn't, you know, me, but it was just like the feelings, like he kind of felt like the loneliness and stuff that he talks about, but like turning that into a positive, like, hey man, you know, you're bigger than that, you're better than that, whatever, you know, you could outgrow this, you know, this isn't you, you know, you're, no, I don't know how to explain it, but it resonated with me. and it just felt so good to listen to and just euphoric, and he just became my favorite. Unbeknownst to me, everyone always memes Kid Cudi every time I talk about him. So like I was just starting in high school. They're like, "Oh, who you listen to?" I listen to Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi, and they start making fun. They say day and night. I'm like, "Shut up, no, that's not. That's not his best song. I don't even like that song like that, man." Oh, actually, now that I also think about it, I also heard Kid Cudi. Was it on NBA Live? He had the song with damn, I'm not remembering the whole thing now. But with David Guetta, like, I didn't know it was him then until like later on. So like 2009, 2010. I was like, oh, I actually have heard Kid Cudi before off the old NBA Lives, and he had a song with David Guetta. I don't know how to say his name.
David Guetta.
Guetta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like DJ guy.
Mm-hmm. And like it was such a clean song, That's another one of those like just makes you feel good, and yeah, I like that. So yeah, that's how I got into Kid Cudi. That's why he's my favorite to this day.
It's his voice too, like
his voice. It is also soothing. It's just his hums, though. Don't get me started with the hums now. If Cudi, like if my life could just be blessed with some Cudi hums, I wouldn't fail in life. It'll be good. That's all we need. We just how to cure world hunger. Get world peace, cure all the STDs and AIDS and diseases we got. Just let Cudi hum over the world. Just some huge speakers. He hums and we're all good. And it just fixes everything. It's a utopia, just like that. Snap of the fingers. Snap of the hum. Oh yeah, Kid Cudi. Love me some Cudi. Okay. I think honestly, that's all we got for today. I think that's it. I think we did well with the unusual circumstances we have without our other co-host, but that's cool. But before we go, before I let everybody leave, right, I gotta say one thing. I said it earlier in the show, but I want to reiterate it here. I need to congratulate my boy. All right, my boy Jeremy out there. I'm gonna send this to you, dog. Congratulations to you and Jade on he proposed today. Her fiance, his new today.
Oh shit!
And so his new fiance Jade. Stupid happy for y'all. I don't even know how to contain myself, but congratulations so much. I better be in the wedding somehow. If I'm not, I'm gonna fight y'all. And that's cool, but I'll just be a little hurt, but just know you showing up to the wedding black and blue, so that's that's up to y'all. But
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable now. But no, congratulations. I've known them since sophomore year. Well, I've known Jeremy since freshman year technically. We'll go a little story. So we had a mutual friend, Jeremy and I, named Kirsten. She really tried her heart out to make us become friends. I don't know why, what was what spirit possessed her, but she was
Kirsten
like
sounds a little weird.
but she really wanted us to become friends. She was every time I would like hang out with her, she'd be like, "Oh, do you know Jeremy?" No, I don't know Jeremy. "Oh, he's so cool, he does this. Y'all should be friends." Like, I don't want to be friends with this dude. She said the same thing to him. Sophomore year, we ended up being next door neighbors, so he stayed like a door down from me.
Wow.
And in the dorms, and we met in the lobby. I was like, "Hey, yo, what's good?" I was like, "Man, Kirsten always bothering us about being friends. I guess let me just get your number real quick so she could leave us alone." He was like, "Yeah, man, we should do that because she annoying me with that shit." I'm like, "Hell yeah." We started laughing. So we do that, and we're becoming like really good friends. Like for some reason we think alike. He went to the high school I would have went to if I still lived in my old town in North Carolina, but I don't know, like we think the exact same way. It's crazy. Like any sort of thought we have, we'll just know like, "Oh yeah, you feel this way too?" "Yeah, man, I feel it." It's ridiculous. Apparently we have our own code language. She hates when we're like talking to each other because apparently we never finish sentences. we're just like, oh yeah, and then we're like, oh yeah, and then yeah, and no one understands what happened. Apparently, we never knew this was a thing, but yeah. So I saw them; they would always talk to each other and outside the hall, because her room, well, her friend lived a door down from me as well. So she was always there. They're always talking. I was like, okay, there they are again. Then she'd always show up to apartments. I thought Jade hated me because every time, because Jeremy and I ended up living in apartments together. Every time she'd show up, she'd put her head down, go to Jeremy's room. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But she's actually so nice. She's an amazing person. She helped me out when good say. Yeah, I was about to make her sound bad. Nah, she's awesome. She's so sweet. She helped me out when I had, I was hospitalized with ketoacidosis. I had an abscess in my back, so there was like a huge hole. So during the weekends, I wasn't able to go to the student health center. So she would help me. She'd put the gauze in. She'd clean it out, put gauze in, and all that stuff really for me. And this before she even really was taking like nursing classes. She did way better than my mom did. My mom tried to do it, and she hurt me. And so when Jade did it, and they like didn't hurt, I was like, oh yeah, you definitely gonna be a nurse. Because the only other people that did it without it hurting were nurses. I'm like, yeah, you got it. My mom did it. I was in pain. It was cruel and unusual punishment. But yes, I'm so happy it happened today, and I can't wait for the wedding. Y'all be great. Y'all amazing together. Thank y'all for allowing me in on it. Jeremy let me know what was happening, and thank you. And yeah, congrats. Yada yada, all that
congrats.
Stuff. Alrighty, now we could outro. Let's see how we do this. We'll go with you. Do you wanna? I don't know. I mean, you're not streaming. You don't do YouTube. You just. I'm Kashmere.
It was fun. I had a blast.
Thank you. It was great having you. Just for some housekeeping, we got new socials here for the Young Podcast. Ronnie got us some cool little, I'm gonna call icons and banners and profile pics, yada yada. So we're now on Twitter at the Young Podcast, all one word. Instagram, the Young Podcast with underscores, and then Facebook, we have Facebook group, the Young Podcasters, just like that. Just how you see it in the title right above my head. Everything's just like that, so it's cool. Go follow that, shout that out, whatever. I don't know, but we'll definitely be updating you on Twitter whenever we're about to have a new episode. If we have special guests, we'll let you know there. Instagram probably have some clips. Facebook will probably just embody everything, whatever goes on Instagram, whatever goes on Twitter, it'll be in the Facebook group. So whatever you like, whatever mode of social media you enjoy, go out there, help us out. Let's get our numbers up. Follow, share, yada yada. As for me, I'm Maha. You know to find me, Maha Jr. Follow the channel. It's YouTube, the Maha Jr. Follow, subscribe to that. Twitter. Oh, excuse me. YouTube is Maha Jr. Twitter, the Maha Jr. with a DA. Follow all that stuff, dog. Hit that notification bell on YouTube, Also, first impressions, still gonna be doing that with the album. Next one will be this Monday, 7 p.m. If you got albums, tracks, whatever you want me to listen to, send that to my Twitter DMs. If you got your own stuff, I love listening to your guys' music. Send me that music as well. Call that the Artist Spotlight, so I'll listen to whatever track you got. Make sure you DM me to this. Don't try to send me anything to download. I'm not getting a virus for your sake. But also check out all the past first impression things, Artist Spotlights on the YouTube. And yeah. So that's really it. Thank you again, Kashmere, being on the show. Really appreciate you doing that for us. And yeah, that's all, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Till next time on the Young Podcast, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Deuces.
Bye.